The NCAA women's and men's Final Fours are set, and former Oregon high schoolers will be all over the floors this weekend from San Antonio to Indianapolis.
Fox 12's Nick Krupke chatted with a teenager from Clackamas who is 2 wins removed from earning a national title ring with the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Cavs to Zags. Ben Gray could still be at home waiting for his senior season of basketball at Clackamas High School. Instead, the 18-year-old was cutting down the West Regional Nets a night ago in Indiana. A hoop dream in the Hoosier State for a kid born in Washington State and raised in the Beaver State.
Starting this year, I was doing online classes at Clackamas High School, and now playing the Final Four is kind of crazy. I haven't really wrapped my mind around all of it yet.
Wrapped up in the scene, Ben Gregg is a Clackamas kid with a West Regional Final piece of twine in his cap.
It's nothing but a blessing for me. Just learning as a player, as a person, having lived on my own a little earlier than expected.
Laddering up to cut the net to the undefeated #1 team in the country back in his birthplace of Spokane.
Putting that jersey on has always been like such a big dream for me, to put it on every game and get in. The few minutes I do, I take it all as it's a blessing.
Ben now has his mom and dad in Indiana, but they can't hang or hug.
I saw him today, but it was like through a fence. It was kind of weird, like I was at the zoo.
They got to go to the zoo, and we got a little glimpse of it ourselves today. But it was great to see him again. I mean, it's been a couple months. It's just been crazy.
Ben knocked out his second semester of high school Zoom classes before Christmas to get to campus in Spokane and take full advantage of this bonus season of eligibility granted during COVID times by the NCAA.
He was super motivated to do that, obviously, to go to Gonzaga, right? So he was grinding like 8 hours a day on those classes. I hadn't seen him put that much work in a while.
When your son is seeking that one shiny moment, work can wait, even if that means you are a coach like Matt Gregg is and now away from his team at Warner Pacific.
This is my first time missing games in 26 years, over high school and college, and yeah, but it's certainly worth it.
Coach Gregg has handed over the reins of the night to assistant Alex Brown.
So they understand, and they're watching the games like everybody else, and they're big fans too.
From fan to reality.
This is my first year in like probably 10 years I haven't made a bracket, so it's kind of weird for me. Yeah, those are always the memories I hold dearly to me, making brackets with my dad, my brothers, making some money off of it. So yeah, all those memories were great.
No, you can't make any money off a bracket now, but Dad can.
The way Gonzaga is playing, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to get in their way. I mean, it's just so exciting, to watch them. I was sitting by Kelly Graves last night, and we kind of talked about it, and it was just like, this is unreal basketball. The way they move, and it's so effortless, and it's so fun to watch.
Oregon Hoopers are well represented at the women's Final Four in San Antonio. South Salem star Avina Westbrook now suits up for Connecticut, and St. Mary's Ben Duyaney, like Avina, was a class of 2016 kid, is keeping it in the Pac-12 with Arizona. The Wildcats now face UConn, while Stanford draws South Carolina. Beaverton's Cameron Brink, who won titles at Southridge and graduated from Mountainside, is a stellar freshman down on the farm. While the women's Final Four in San Antonio tips off on Friday, the men's national semifinals have Saturday's stage in Indianapolis. In studio, Nick Krupke, Fox 12 Oregon.